Have you ever had one of those days? The kind where everything that can go wrong does. The project you poured your heart into fails. Your boss criticizes you in front of everyone. And just when you think it can't get any worse, a message about overdue bills pops up on your phone. You just want to scream, to break down, to hit pause on life for a little while. This was Arov's reality. As heavy rain mirrored the storm inside him, he sat by the window, watching the drops race down the glass. His phone rang. It was his mother. He forced a smile, his voice steady. "I'm fine, Ma. Everything's okay." After the call, his reflection in the dark window stared back at him. He whispered to himself, "A promise and a plea. Keep it together." The next morning was a struggle. His face was a map of exhaustion. His eyes dull. On the way to work, he was just another face in the crowd. One of the millions of people hurrying past, each lost in their own silent battle. He walked into the office, putting on the same mask he wore every day. "Morning, Arov," a co-worker greeted. He returned it with a practiced, empty smile as shield against the world. He was that guy, the one who always said, "Don't worry, it'll be fine," even when his own world was falling apart. That afternoon, after another soul-crushing meeting, Arov stepped out for some air. Near the office gate, an old man was selling tea from a small cart. The man's back was bent with age. His hands were wrinkled, but his smile, it was the brightest thing Arov had seen all day. Even as a light drizzle started again, the old man cheerfully poured tea, cracking jokes and sharing laughs with his customers. Curiosity got the better of Arov. He walked over. "You're smiling even in this weather," he said. "Don't you ever get tired?" The old man chuckled, a warm, genuine sound. "Son," he said, "life will keep testing you. That's its job, but if you stop smiling, you just make the test harder. A smile doesn't solve everything. No, but it makes everything easier to face." Arov stood there, the warm teacup in his hands, the old man's words echoing in his mind. It was a simple truth, but it hit him like a lightning bolt. That night, he didn't just crash into bed. He sat and thought. He realized his mistake. Smiling wasn't about pretending life was perfect. It was about choosing strength, even when you felt weak. He decided to stop hiding behind a fake smile and start smiling with purpose, with courage. The next day at work was different. He greeted his team with genuine warmth. During a presentation, when a technical glitch occurred, he didn't panic. He laughed it off, calmly fixed it, and continued. His colleagues were surprised by his newfound composure. Later, one of them asked, "How do you stay so positive when things go wrong?" Arov replied, "I don't stay positive because life is easy. I do it because I've seen how much worse it gets when you give up on trying." Slowly, almost magically, the atmosphere in the office began to shift. The tension eased. The team started working better together, more collaboratively. His simple choice to face challenges with optimism was contagious. Iban, his boss, who had once only seen his mistakes, started noticing his resilient attitude. One evening, the boss called him into his office. "You handled the pressure this month really well, Arov. Keep it up." It wasn't a grand speech, but for Arov, those words were everything. His smile was no longer a mask. It was a reflection of his inner strength. Of course, life didn't magically become perfect. There were still bad days. Days he wanted to hide from the world. Days when the problems felt too heavy to carry. But now, he had a new routine. Every morning, he'd stand in front of the mirror, take a deep breath, and say softly, "Keep it, smile." It became his mantra, a small promise to himself to face whatever the day held with grace. A weekend visit to his parents confirmed his transformation. His mother looked at him and said, "You seem different, son. More at peace." Arov smiled. "I just stopped fighting everything and started smiling through it." His father, a man who had worked tirelessly his whole life, nodded in understanding. "That's how I survived, too," he said. "A smile doesn't cost anything, but it gives you the strength to move forward." Walking through his old neighborhood, he saw kids playing football in the mud. They would fall, get covered in dirt, and just laugh it off before jumping back into the game. That's when it clicked. Joy isn't about having a perfect, clean life. It's about finding light in the messy moments. Back in the city, a huge challenge loomed. The company announced downsizing. Fear spread through the office like a virus. Arov gathered his team. "Panicking won't fix this," he told them. "We'll do our best work, and whatever happens, we'll face it together with a smile." His confidence was a lifeline. They worked harder than ever, and because of their unity and performance, his team remained intact. His boss later told him, "You didn't just manage a team, you kept their spirits alive. That's a rare skill." Arov just smiled. Sometimes, all people need is a reason to believe things will be okay. Months later, Arov was promoted. He was asked to say a few words. He looked out at his colleagues, his friends, and his mentor. "Life isn't easy for any of us," he began. "We all have our storms. But I learned that the moment you stop smiling, you start sinking. A smile doesn't mean everything is fine. It means you're refusing to give up. So whatever happens, keep it smile." After the applause, a young employee approached him. "Sir, I've been struggling lately. After hearing you, I think I'll try to smile more, even when it's hard." Arov put a hand on his shoulder. "Good, because your smile might be the only light someone else sees today." Walking home that night, Arov thought about his journey. He was no longer hiding. He was leading with hope. Real strength isn't pretending there's no pain. It's facing the pain without letting it break you. He paused under a streetlight, a genuine smile spreading across his face. "Keep it smile," he whispered to the quiet street, because he now knew a profound truth. A smile doesn't ignore the storm. It proves you are stronger than it, and that strength makes all the difference. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. Remember, no matter what you're facing, you have the strength to get through it. Take care.